My initial impression in January was I had no idea what to expect. You know, coming into this, I'm sure a lot of people are going to have the same feelings that I had. And, you know, those feelings and my opinion of what Alpha was, it came out in the very first night. It was an incredible experience. It was literally, for me, and I can speak for my wife as well, and the people in our group, at our table, it was life-changing.
I was really curious. I'm like, this big thing where they got together and they all met every week.
It was an unknown going into it, and I was somewhat skeptical when I first heard about Alpha. I thought it was more of an evangelical type thing, and that's, you know, not me. My faith is more internal, more personal.
It was something that I thought immediately yes, but I was kind of thinking that he might not be so woohoo gung-ho about it. But I was pleasantly surprised that he said, sure, I'll do it. But at the beginning, he was all about, I'm really gonna just sit here and you're gonna do everything. Because, you know, but by the end, he was just so dynamic.
When I first signed up for it, I really had no idea what to expect. I just knew that we were gonna be sectioned off into groups and, you know, we'd be watching a video and eating dinner and that was it. But once I got there, it was just a great experience.
You didn't necessarily feel like you were alone out there in the world. When you came together as your group, you could just feel like God's really working in each and every one of our hearts right now. And going through a 10-week journey in life when it's so busy to even see your best friend, you know, a couple times every 10 weeks. It was just that intentional discipleship.
The group that I was in, we all just kind of had a great rapport and we really gelled.
The food was good. The food was excellent.
I always say a friendship, a relationship starts with a good meal, and that's what you're going to find at Alpha. And every Wednesday when we got together, just talking about what was going on in our lives, and it wasn't anything intense. It was just a good way to form those relationships.
The food has just been excellent. And again, it's sharing the food with family, the community, which made it probably helped to make it even better.
Well, we discussed this week, and the meal was really good. You know, dinner was awesome.
I think the videos were very powerful, and we did love them. We would try to watch them together before even watching them at Alpha.
And then when you would watch the videos, each time it would touch each person in my group in a different way, but when we would get together in our small groups afterwards, and it's almost as if everybody, even though we were on different pages outside of Alpha, when we came together, it was like this, you're going through that too.
We'd watch a video, and then after the video, we'd get in our discussions, and our discussions just kind of took off.
I've been raised Catholic, but sometimes I felt like when I was raised, it was more into the ritual, the church ritual, and not about the relationship with Jesus. So that's how it's really changed me.
I think Catholics overall have this, you know, sort of a shell built up around them. I grew up, born and raised Catholic, and Catholics are very, you know, hold everything in type of people. And Alpha helps to break that shell. It helps to develop relationships with people that you see in church, but you never said hi to, or other than a casual hello or a wave or a nod. You knew who they were, you knew they were Catholic, you knew they went to St. Mary's, but outside of that, that was it.
I had an amazing experience. I got to meet people that I see in church every week and I know nothing about.
It's very rewarding in the sense of the community. Our church is huge, we all know that, but it gives you a small church feel.
It was kind of effortless. So that was really, the rapport with my group was just awesome, and that's what I really took away from Alpha.
We would ride home from Alpha together and just, you know, wow minute talking about like things that happened. And
when we got together, just talking about what was going on in our lives, and it wasn't anything intense. It was just a good way to form those relationships.
I also learned more about developing a closeness and a relationship with Jesus Christ.
To me, that's what our faith is all about, is walking with each other through the highs and the lows. And we touched on that every week. I mean, the laughter we had was amazing, but even, the tears we shared with one another, it was, that's what being fully human is all about. It's talking about your highs, talking about your lows, and seeing where God and your purpose in life fits in with all of that.
It changed me. It brought me closer to the Lord, my relationship with Jesus Christ. Everybody kept to themselves, but Alpha changes that. It opens you up. It makes you become a more inviting person, and realize that everyone else in church has the same feelings that you have, but maybe they're just afraid to express it.
It has been a journey for me, and I've always thought that I am a good person, an honorable person. My faith is strong, and I'm not better than anybody else, but because of Alpha, I'm better than I was before.
Alpha.
Alpha.
Alpha, food, fellowship, faith,